Good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever time it may be in the world for you good viewers out there. Welcome to another scene set in Odessa the Dark Crusade, Season 2. A scene set on the boundaries of the city with two neonates and a hound of the sheriff. Having armed and equipped themselves, they've been tasked with the removal of a cell of witch hunters. Those that hunt the Canaanites, Dark Ages, and other creatures of the night. And it is at the city gates as I get up the map to see if anyone needs to make any rolls.
We're avoiding Abraham's fountain, by the way.
Yes, you head through the Arab slums. In fact, it's a bit because of the hamlet you are heading towards is directly through Abraham's fountain. It's the gate from Abraham's fountain is the most direct route out. Instead, you take the gate through on the south side of the Arab slums. It's there that you, good neonates, and very, 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 basically, same thing to the elders, Irene. And a very, very restrained Assamite who has deigned not to kill the Setite this evening is where we begin our scene. Does anyone have inoffensive to animals or its prerequisite flaw?
No.
Okay. You're all on horseback, unless stated otherwise. The animals are very uneasy being ridden by you. It's taken quite a lot to rein them in, but you've been able to do so. You were provided docile mounts, shall we say. Specifically attuned to the nature of a Canaanite. Perhaps being bred specifically for that purpose, or maybe they're just oddities that have been purchased. But this is where we begin our scene. The south gates of the Arab slums, where you have kind of settled into a sort of a walking pace where you're able to converse and lay your plans along the dirt road as you slowly approach this hamlet in the distance.
If it wasn't a public area, I'd suggest burning it.
I mean, but there are people inside, and there are people maybe inside as well. Although, they actually kind of suspected that they would be in the city.
It is possible that my clanmate is in that building. I would very strongly advise not burning it down.
You are correct. Seeing as the hunters are Gould, they'd probably not have actually killed any of their captives so far. They've probably only just drained them.
From our conversation with well, the family of Ebony, she kind of respectfully nods towards the hound. They said that she was still alive. I also believe that they said that she was in the city. That's kind of the weird thing about this.
Then we certainly can't burn it.
I think we need to get at least one of them alive if we can. Preferably all of them.
Yes, if there are multiples, of course there are multiple cells active.
This is just the start. We shall snuff them out one by one.
What is the name of the hound, Chris?
Mustafa.
Mustafa.
Something of a consummate professional.
Excellent. Mustafa, by every door they have a flower trap installed, so even should we use the discipline of obfuscate, they'll be able to spot it that way.
Unless one of you triggers it or we work around it.
Yes. I'm not aware if they also have it by the windows.
How do you propose to work around it?
The simplest way of doing so would be to simply trigger it, then one of us could simply walk in undetected while the other draws attention. Another way is to simply not use the doors. Or perhaps make our own entrance.
Do they actually have windows, Gufran?
Few.
They have two windows at the front.
If you need a distraction, I could potentially find a way to, well, let them fight some tentacles while we go inside.
You could you summon the arms of your clan from the inside of the building, then smash it from the inside? Or rather open it from the inside.
I think I could, but
Let me check for you.
Because as long as it's in line of sight, if she can summon a tentacle.
Yeah, I was
behind.
gonna say it has to originate in a source of shadow within 20 feet or 7 meters of the caster. So it has to be inside darkness. Keep that in mind.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
But I am doubtful if they would be unaware of it. I think they would be very much aware of it. And I am not quite sure how many I could summon at once. I'm not very well trained in it. So I've only recently, well, been able to summon them.
Or we could pay an urchin to simply knock on the door, and therefore they'd have to open the door and then triggering their flower trap.
Why would you
They know you quite well, don't they?
They have reasons to be acquainted with myself, yes. It's a Katie!
As you're kind of riding along at a walking pace, a horse kind of rides up behind you, perhaps much more kind of races up to playfully And of course, it can be none other than Mina here to play.
None other.
I would suggest you make some hunting checks, Katie.
Oh yeah, let's get this out of the way real quick.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because once you're in it, madam, you're in it. There's no escape.
Trying to decide which result is worse, really.
Yeah, diff is increased by 3 in South all songs, by the way.
You know what? I'm about to do something that might be clever. So I'm going to take the risk and say that I get another bottle from Johanna.
Okay, you're gonna pay a boon for that?
Yep.
Okay.
Another minor boon.
Gregory hates life.
Yep.
Gregory hates you.
Hey. I might be about to clear some of my debt if I'm really smart. So you shush.
I just wait with anticipation.
For me to not and lose my mentor? Yeah, I know.
Anyway, yeah, you have 5 blood points, right?
Bottle holds 5. I start with 3. I only get 2, of course, because I hate myself.
Yeah, because it does not fulfill your addiction.
So, I am now at 5 total.
Okay.
You know what? I'll just eat somebody on the way. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
You cannot always eat somebody on the way, damn it.
Sometimes you can. Shut up.
No.
What if I'm really packaged? Ma'am!
No.
Ma'am! I need some Cheetos! Pull over! I got nothing.
No cheaters here. But yes, you'll see Mina approach, and Mina, you recognize this individual, or at least you've heard of him in passing. You know he is a hound of the sheriff, known as Mustafa, a rather capable Assamite. Regarded as something of a consummate professional. Just gets the job done, goes home. He does it very well.
Delightful, I'm sure.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Yes. Continue.
As Mina huddles
Yep.
along.
I ride up on a horse.
Yes, Mustafa, they are familiar with my face. They have plenty of reasons to fear it due to our last encounter.
Or to prepare for it.
Especially to prepare for it.
They will predict our arrival if they have not already left.
Most likely.
But if they have left, then they will have given us a trail. They always leave a trail behind to follow.
I would suggest, if they have left, looking around outside first. I don't know about you all, but I'd rather not be stuck in a trap that comes burning down around us.
Sounds like something I would not be in. I would prefer not to be in. But unlike you, I cannot go around unseen.
But you can provide other faculties that shall be useful to us. You can control shadow, you can mask our approach, you can mask your own.
A little, yes.
You can also disrupt the apologies, that's my voice for a moment. You can also disrupt larger groups of them at a time. If we are confronted by several, you can smother them.
Do we want to keep the fight in, or do we want them outside?
The silence must be kept. Hunters appear when the silence is not kept. It must be repaired. They should be killed subtly. They must be killed subtly.
Right.
Any more incidents like feral women running through the streets or clouds of darkness flying through the sky will not be met kindly by myself, the sheriff, or the prince. We do this the correct way.
I was more thinking that I could throw a shadow inside and that would probably lure them out. But
It would certainly force them to us.
However, it will force them into public, whereas the
yes,
silence is more
exactly.
difficult to uphold.
But one of us could sneak into that building unimpeded after the fact, if we are keeping any of our brethren inside that building. We would then be able to retrieve them.
Very, very true.
It is a matter of priorities. Do we take out the hunters first? Or do we retrieve our comrades first?
And in the name of both being a fabulous asshole and catching myself up out of character because I have only half an idea of what's going on, Mina will, is anyone else still mounted? I have no idea where we are.
Yeah, everyone's mounted. You're basically walking to the hamlet. You've basically, so on the map, just to give you a quick update, you've gone through the southern gate of the Arab slums, and the hamlet where the hunters supposedly reside is in between the western farmlands and the wilds.
Oh.
So you have a fair trip to go to talk and plan, and considering the state of the city right now, the trails are fairly barren. You do come across a lot of city watch where you need to kind of quiet down and keep it on a download, or just just say good evening, sir, that sort of thing. You do look like a bit of an odd bunch.
Yeah, at some point Mina will lean over and will be that asshole who got to class late or was sleeping through class and just kind of lean over, walking her horse alongside Irene's and be like, so what are we doing? Like a professional would do.
We're here to clean up the sands and kill some hunters. Or were you not listening?
I got that part. But now there's a building and people in it? Do we know the building we're going to?
Yes, we do. And it may or may not have Canaanites held captive inside.
Oh boy.
It is also likely, and has been confirmed by several already, that some of these hunters, if not all of them, have been ghouled, or have ghouled themselves. It is the only reason to believe that our brethren have been captured alive to have their vitae extracted from them. Otherwise, they would have simply been ashed.
That is a compelling argument.
Speaking of this, I think if we would look at our two, goals, I think retrieving those who we lost is more prudent. Because if there would be different cells, they might have some information, and retrieving them might also lure out any of the hunters that, are ghouled and need to find new targets to feed from. So it might make them careless. But that's just my idea.
So you think we should go in, pass them, take out the hostages, and then really hope they come? It might be tricky. And of course, if we kill our way in, well... She's just kind of weighing her hands to either side, not especially like making one worse or better than the other. Just like, eh.
I'm more saying if we're forced to choose between either of the goals.
Well, if we're forced to choose between one or the other, if you leave any behind, they just take more. And then you have a circular problem.
I would prefer to take out the hunters first, seeing as that would give us a much larger opportunity to find our dear lost souls.
We should look to capture one of these hunters alive. They could give us the information we seek. They will not be immune to the gifts of the blood.
No, keep in mind,
Golden.
however, that they are Gould. They have gifts of the blood, be it minor, but they do have them. It also means, however, that they are addicted to it. Simply leave one standing and bribe it with a few drops of vitae. Ghouls are addicts, junkies, hopelessly wandering for their next fix.
Well, I think out of the four of us, the two of you, as she looks at Gufran and Mustafa, are probably the most experienced in these kind of things. I know I have no experience with combat, so I'm willing to, well, take your recommendations.
I am a mere and humble merchant. The martial way is not mine, though I am more than willing to put my feet in front of the other for the sake of Edessa. There's so much bullshit in that statement.
Yeah, roll manipulation subterfuge, you asshole.
Yeah, I got a fucking theory of that shit, because goddammit, Gufran.
I
I know
mean,
you a little
sure.
bit by now. I mean, I don't think I'll ever succeed, but
We might. You know what? Never mind, because my specialty in lies applies.
1, 2,
I was
3,
gonna
4,
say, I know
5,
you kind of
6.
like that.
Huh? Oh, Irene, you
Yeah.
sweet summer child.
Yeah.
Look at how sincere he is. He
Yeah,
really
he
cares.
We're doing perception, empathy instead of perception, subterfuge, aren't we?
And then Auric finds out what road you're on and never actually needs to make these rolls because he just assumes you're bullshitting all the time. The best part is that wouldn't even be an incorrect assumption.
Hey.
I know. Yeah, he's completely believable. That doesn't mean you have to trust his statement, but there's nothing in the statement itself that comes across as insincere, incorrect, hesitant, suspicious. He sounds sincere in his statement, but whether you accept it as fact or not is a different matter.
I'm pretty sure Mustafa does not accept this statement at all.
No, Mustafa assumes you're bullshitting because you're a Siddhite.
Exactly, which is the healthy attitude to have.
Yeah. And you stab him in the back, he'll be waiting for you.
I won't stab Mustafa in the back. Why would I ever stab him in the back? That's just rude. No.
Okay, stab him in the front. You're polite about it.
Why would I ever stab him in the front? That's just rude. Wow.
You just staberize him, I guess.
There we go. Now you got it.
Back on topic.
But yes. What's the plan?
I am going to obfuscate myself when we near the hamlet. I will leave my mount just outside the area. Far
Very
enough
well.
away where it will be concealed, but I'll be able to reach it quickly with my preternatural speed.
Very well. Then we shall wait
I
for
will-
your return.
I will enter from the first floor of the building.
Ah, I see.
Well, I mean, I don't really know what's best for me to do. I can still go to a window and throw them some tentacles around. Probably distract them.
We should go around the building and see if they have another entrance than just the front one.
All right, who's gonna do that?
I will. I too have the gifts of obfuscate.
All right. Then I at least will await your return.
Yes. Yourself and actually, Mina, your clan is capable with both obfuscate and aspects, are they not? Can you conceal your presence?
Oh, absolutely.
And you can see better. Perhaps it is better if you go.
Why, thank you.
That way we increase our chances.
It'll be good fun.
On an OC note, in the recent news, brought to you by Javar, the friendly neighborhood town crier ghoul. You're aware as you're on approach that you're not just looking for these two canites, you're actually aware that in recent nights even more neonates have gone missing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Even summon Silly. Oh.
Gasp.
Oh
It's getting
my.
bad.
Boons.
For sake of reference, is largely been hushed up by the court. Gufron and Mina, you're not aware of anyone else who's gone missing, but Irene, you are.
Oh.
I just message.
Okay. Oh my.
Yeah, that's the guy.
My computer's being slow. I'll grab my phone.
Not Omar Shadid.
I mean, I hope not.
We will burn the city down to find Omar.
Oh, please. I love him too much.
At least you're honest.
Everybody loves Omar Shadid.
Yes.
If anything bad were to happen to Omar Shadid, I'm pretty sure it would be a prequel to the Anarch fucking revolt.
Okay, check.
But yes, you are beginning to approach as you make your plans, but I'll give you all the time you need. You can just talk amongst yourself. Mustafa has already given you, told you what he's going to do. in that he will enter the building, flank them from behind, and retrieve anyone inside.
Excellent. We have our plan. Looks at Mina. Go do the plan.
Well,
Who
if you
tries to
insist.
consider it, giving you the spotlight?
Well, if you insist. And dramatically. Dismounts the horse. And activates everything known to man. Unless, of course, she can, at which point she's like, stop looking at me! Then activates everything known to man.
Yeah, you turn yourself invisible. Actually, but no, you're on a horse.
Thus I dramatically dismount.
Yeah, I was going to say you dismounted.
Yeah, unfortunately, a horse would actually count as a. Would it? Do you think?
It's really easy. I walk around behind them. They literally can't see me anymore.
I would say actually, the mount at this point is effectively you have it inoffensive to animals actually, so you could probably obfuscate on the mount.
Lol.
And you would just appear super unassuming.
I mean, I would look like a random horse walking around. I assume.
Well, what happens is that people ignore you. They don't look at you and see nothing there. They just ignore you. And if you're on a horse and you're just riding around, they'd ignore the horse as well.
Lol.
You wouldn't be able to hide anything bigger than a horse. Like a horse is.
That's pretty considerable. I did not expect this to spread to the horse.
Yeah.
Don't you need obfuscate 5 to do that?
I'm just double checking because if the horse effectively counts as equipment for the purposes of this power, then you could, because you can obfuscate with clothes and weapons and all sorts of crazy shit. Like you could be carrying like some like fucking.
I am pretty damn sure.
Sack.
I'm pretty damn sure you need.
I mean, it's not like she's gonna run out of breath. She can just run the distance, and she's silenced. So.
Yeah, I think you probably need obfuscate 5 to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not trying to take the horse. It's fine.
That's fine. Yeah, you spectacularly dismount.
Spectacularly. And then a poof.
We don't poof. You people just subconsciously ignore you.
Okay. Well, fine. Ruin my fun.
That's obfuscate 4, madam. You don't get to disappear and vanish and go poof. Nope. But yeah. What does Gufran and Irene do?
We are hiding.
Yeah. I mean, I think at least using this time to get the horses like a little out of the way and tie them down somewhere.
That's fair. There is fencing you can tie them to. It's not exactly perfect, and they can't wait to get the fuck away from you as soon as you're off them.
Yeah, that's fine. I think Irene will
make a bit of noise because you do not have inoffensive to animals. They are scared of you.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Like, it's a miracle you've been able to ride them this far. It's been a bit of a bumpy trip. You have to rein them in a lot.
Irene is sad that they're scared, but hey, what can you do?
Have animalism.
Yeah, but alas, some people are just above that.
I look at you with an immense degree of suspicion right now.
I love animalism. It's like literally one of my favorite disciplines, but hey.
I'm here making it better.
I think I read this. Can I activate shadow play? God damn it. Sorry.
Use shadow play to manipulate the shadow. Do you manipulate anyone else's shadow in addition to your own?
Manipulate mine. So that way
Yeah,
we
if
both
I
have one
can.
extra stealth dice.
Exactly. If I can, I will. But like, how far does it stretch? Like, But yeah, I'll extend at least to Gofran because he's close in many ways. God damn it.
Hey.
Okay, so you all dismount. Gufran, you see your shadow begin to kind of twist around you. It kind of joins any shadows near you. It's a fairly subtle thing. Your shadow literally cloaks your body, so you appear more gloomy in the darkness, and it is dark. There is not a lot of light here. Like, you're literally relying on moonlight and starlight as you kind of approach the hamlet. The hamlet kind of has this sort of ambient glow to it because there are homes that are torch lit, there are people with torches walking around, there are areas on the street that are lit by torches, but outside the town is very, very dark. You would be very hard to spot. Being a nocturnal predator, your senses are just more used to the darkness. But it's not exactly a picnic. But you approach. Who's going first, Mina or Irene and Gufran?
Mina, because she's going to
Yes.
do the initial scout out.
She's going to do the scouty thing, and we're
Damn
the
it,
scout.
scout!
Okay.
Meaning I'm the rogue of the party, and you let me out of your sight. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah. Mina goes in first. Also, at this point, you see Mustafa. I'll actually roll for him to see how successful he is. I just need to get his sheet up.
Also, I think we would tell Mina about the flower traps.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we did. Okay, sorry.
Wait, we did?
didn't have to-
Yeah, flower traps, indoors, break off your skate because flower falls on you, and then people notice you because physical interaction with you breaks the illusion.
So don't enter. And I think we mentioned it before
Poke
Katie
it
was
with a stick.
hang out. So
You poke the door with a stick. The door is offended by your strange proclivities.
That or you just do stupid shit like kick open a door and then run. Ding dong ditch.
Ding dong ditch.
Yes. And then obfuscate again.
My apologies, noise. Yeah, I'm just looking at level 4 of Obfuscate because unfortunately I don't have a mouse for this. I'm using the finger pad. It's terrible. He's not really rolling against anyone because you're not really resisting. So I'm just going to have him roll at minimum diff unless any of you are overtly resisting the Obfuscate and want to see him for some reason.
Oh. Gofran never wants to see his face again.
I mean, that is 100% correct. I'm apologizing for the ambient noise.
so much silence.
He disappears from sight completely. Poof. Everyone roll Wits Courage. Difficulty 5, please.
Wits courage?
To remember if Mustafa was even there at all.
Alright.
That is just a passive side effect of the power.
Wow, my wits is really low, I just realized.
Well, Gufran gets every 5 known to man, so
You know
he's
what?
take-
Whatever. He's just
Okay,
like,
so
who?
yeah.
Wait, it was diff 5, so you
diff
should be okay,
5.
right?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought I
Yeah.
botched.
It's only difficulty
No.
5. For humans, it's difficulty 9. For Canaanites, it's only difficulty 5 because you're awakened beings. You're supernatural beings. You have a mind for this, quite literally. So yeah, all of you remember that he was there and he has just simply disappeared. You have literally no ability to track him whatsoever. He's completely invisible.
Meh. So Mina goes to the scouty thing.
Sneak, sneak, sneak. Background noise, I imagine. But sneak, 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 sneak.
Sneak, sneak, sneak.
I just want you to know that the internal monologue is there. The mighty huntress stalks her prey.
Oh god, I thought for a moment you were gonna say like your own theme music, and I pictured Mina as Crunk.
That is also accurate. And actually, she's silent so no one can hear her, so she's actually singing her theme song. But only she knows. It's a secret. That is exactly what the fuck she is doing. I give no fucks. That is what's happening.
Oh dear. What are you
This is what
doing?
the obfuscated. You've seen the Emperor's New Groove, right?
Oh.
You know how Kronk has his theme song that he sings to himself?
Yeah.
She's got both obfuscates up. No one can hear her, but she knows. She knows she's singing her theme song, and that's all that matters.
All right. So as Mina crosses the boundary, or rather, Mina basically enters town, or rather begins to approach this house. You've all put your horses fairly out of the way. They seem to calm down after obfuscation, and as you kind of get distance away from them. I want you, Irene, and Gufran to make stealth checks.
Oh right, yes. Oh great, that's my favorite. And we have -1 dex, right, because of the armor.
Yeah, but we have
-1 dex, but +1 dice because of shadow play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what if I'm obfuscated?
What obfuscate are you using?
Level 2.
2? Okay, you're fine. So only Irene needs
I'm just gonna wait for all the others to come back because this is not fun.
Don't worry. don't worry. Gufra will have whispered in her ear. Do not worry. I am here.
Okay. Well, here comes the.
roll your damn stealth.
Yeah,
As
we're
you're
all
creeped out by a rather unsettling Gufran. Do you have any dots and stuff?
No.
You have a single success.
Yes.
Roll from
Sorry.
Okay.
I told you I'm not very good at this.
Oh
Jesus.
As you cross into town, Mina, everything feels fairly quiet. There's a fairly loud bell toll in the distance. And then it kind of rings again after a few seconds. And then a third time, and then a fourth time.
Squints.
It's fairly echoey, like it's quite far away.
Shrugs. weird because don't
There is a small
whatever.
chapel on the other side of town.
Meh.
As the bell rings, may I ask Mina and Gufran to both make stealth checks, please?
God damn it.
You
What?
suddenly feel very, very well. You know how obfuscate you feel somewhat isolated from the world. Is how you know you succeeded. You suddenly feel that reconnection lurch back.
It's a good thing she's casually sauntering, I guess. Fuck.
If you're casually sauntering, that is a +2 diff, madam, because you are not stealthing.
Well, fine. No. What is my shit?
I have 2 successes.
Someone have as a consummate professional. Okay. Oh, roll. Okay, you have 2 successes.
Damn it.
Damn it.
I guess this is my fault. I am so sorry, guys. I am not stealthy.
Well,
Wow, this is very interesting.
if we live, you gotta buy some stealth.
Yes!
I got 56, Jesus Christ. Oh, wow, okay. Mina and Gufran. You are kind of sauntering through town towards his hamlet, towards his house, which is largely on its edge. But as you do so, you find your obfuscate seemingly fail.
Granny.
And you all begin to feel a little bit sick. Gufran, you feel awful. You're at +1 difficulty to any actions you want to take. You are literally on the verge of vomiting right now.
Damn, okay.
This town, by the way, you've been here before. This town feels completely different than it did before. It looks exactly the same, but the atmosphere is wrong. Like, you feel ill.
Well, good sir, I have one word for you. Would you like to guess what that word is?
What you do?
That word is nope.
Well, first, I did make a bunch of rolls, and I'm just checking the damage granted here.
The damage is pretty consistent.
Damage?
Damage.
Chris.
Damage.
Chris, would I be allowed to, as soon as I feel the reconnection with the physical realm, like the deactivation of obfuscate, as soon as I feel that, could I spend a blood point into stamina?
Yeah, it is reflexive, so you may do so.
Excellent.
Only one of you takes damage, though, hilariously. Which would be Mina.
Thanks, guys!
You are struck with a crossbow bolt, which actually hits your chest and sinks into your heart, but it doesn't sink particularly far. Are you wearing any armor right now?
I had grabbed the... If I'm reading this right, there's apparently, like, padded armor.
Yeah, be heavy clothing? Or you talk...
Yeah, heavy clothing. Next penalty, but 1 armor.
Yep. Please roll your stamina and 1 armor as a crossbow bolt from an angle above
dog
you
shit.
strikes you in the chest. As you both see.
I was going to do something comical, but now I feel it won't be appropriate because I'm going to actually get really badly hurt.
You see
Oh, wow.
two figures on a roof on the neighboring building striking you, and another man with a curved sword inside the building open the windows.
I mean, if I've already been made, can I be an asshole and make a little bit of a distraction of myself before I turn and book it?
They strike. Yeah, they see all 3 of you.
So mean.
I'm just gonna be that guy and have a crossbow bolt sticking out of my fucking chest and just gesture. Hold on, I will cam for this. She proceeds to go. What amounts to, really?
Yeah. Apparently so, because they go to reload their weapons.
Nah, I'm out. Peace.
Initiative, I guess?
Yeah, initiative. But we're not just going to be rolling for these 3 guys. No, because as the bells toll, more people begin to come out of the buildings. A lot of people. A lot of people.
Anyone have presents, guys? Anyone?
Welcome,
I do.
welcome
but
to
not enough.
Salem.
God fucking damn it.
And yeah, everyone roll initiative real quick.
How many people, Chris, indulge me?
You see about, it's like a row of houses, and this house exists on a curve, right? So you can't see everyone, but the neighboring houses, like a nearby shed, someone comes out with an axe. From around an alley, about a small gang of about 3 to 4, half of which are wielding torches and swords and knives.
Why torches?
And a mob begins to gather around you. So I'm actually not going to roll for these 3 people because they're no longer acting as individuals. I'm going to be rolling for a mob.
Free speech. We still have to keep the silence with this group.
This is if you intend to run away or engage them. You don't have to. Because Gufran, you feel the sickness begin to almost encroach as if it approaches.
I feel like this would be a great moment to GTFO.
Yeah. God damn it.
Well, you may all roll your initiative.
We all did.
We all did. We're waiting on Mustafa.
I don't even know if he can go. Like, I think he has to go first with his like stats. I mean,
I'm at 11, but I'm pretty sure he has higher dex than I do.
Yeah, he gets plus 11, so, and he has 20.
Chris!
There is, however, as a mob approaches, a cloaked figure approaches with them. Gufran, you feel absolutely horrid just looking even looking at this person. Literally, you cannot look at him. If you do, you'll have to you can't. You'll vomit. You'll vomit inside. Yeah, I see you are honorable brethren among the children of Cain. Come to reclaim your own. Or is this just in the self-interest of your court, I wonder?
Who are you?
I am who these fine people call the martyr. For I have sacrificed my life on this earth to purge it of your kind. Now please, come forth. I wish to negotiate your surrender and give you the honorable deaths that you deserve.
Purchase of our kind.
I've
Purchase.
seen a martyr to pick up swords.
You may fight if you wish. I shall not stop you. But know that in doing so, you will only be removing another life from this world. And have you not already taken enough?
You're pretty lively for a dead guy.
I could say the same.
She, ever so scandalously, snaps a hand up in front of her mouth.
Now you have that air about you, don't you? You don't follow the old way. You follow the new one, the one of indulgence, don't you? As do you. But you, I see something in you. He looks to Irene.
God damn it.
Mina slowly leans over to
You
whisper.
have not given up, have you?
So sneakily.
I have not given up what?
Hope. You still try, don't you?
We
Pro tip,
also
don't
try
listen to the
many
bad guy.
things. Would you be by any chance know a girl with crystalline eyes?
She tried to.
Yeah.
A sorry thing. Not one of us, but dragged into the world of damnation nonetheless.
The funny thing how you use the word damnation when the ones you've employed so far have been gorging themselves on it.
Yes. The addiction for them is hard to break.
Horde of slaves, totally a good guy thing. Legit. Thumbs up.
Pardon, what did you tell him?
She's like, oh, yeah, horde of slaves. Totally legit.
None of these men and women here are slaves. They're all here of their own accord. I have not compelled them, dominated them, or enslaved them via the blood. I do not possess it. And for that I am thankful.
Awkward.
Chris, I'm gonna do the thing. And I'm pretty sure you've been waiting on this, but I'm gonna do the thing.
Oh my god, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna try and find out his secret. So, what is his self-control?
5.
I'm gonna spend a willpower point.
Okay, this is gonna be interesting because this guy possesses a very particular trait.
I know. I know.
So I'm not sure if this will actually...
Oh god.
Yeah, you lose 3 dice.
Oh boy. Okay.
That willpower, though.
It's 9.
Difficulty is 9.
Yep. Spend out my willpower.
And you lose 3 dice to this roll.
Holy
you get
shit!
2 successes. Doubt. Doubt is his weakness, but he does not possess any.
Oh no.
Oh no, Kate, Mina, he looks perfectly healthy. He's actually breathing.
Oh, yeah, my sass earlier. I mean, I look pretty healthy too, so neither.
Yeah, but he's actually breathing.
Well, you know what? It's not my fault he's a convincing asshole. I think he's a butt. I actually have no idea what he is. I'm just being an ass.
Irene has a pretty good idea of what this guy is, actually.
He looks to you, Gufran.
Your servants are addicted. Find it difficult to break them of that addiction. You gather up hordes and hordes and call them upon your strength. So much power, so much conviction. Bring hope to masses. Bring light to their eyes. You hope to yourself that you will not fail. You can't fail.
A perception that you have not earned, Infernalist.
Failure is not an option. Failure means doubt. Doubt. It's what haunts you. Isn't it? I'm gonna use Demonian too.
You lose 3 dice.
That's okay, I spend another willpower.
He's gonna activate something. Now he's going to use it actively.
God
Would
damn
you
it.
say that melancholia was somewhat synonymous to doubt? It is the closest thing I've got.
You need to manipulate someone with dementation level 1. The actual emotional state needs to be present. He doesn't have any doubt.
He may not, but let me think.
Actually, Chris, I have a question. Why exactly is he activating it? Since
He can sense what you're doing.
I don't see a role. I don't see no roles.
He doesn't need to, not of his level.
Mm,
And you're using the complete counter opposite of what he possesses. Literally, your discipline's worst nightmare.
Oh well, guess we'll see how we do. Hashtag.
You still have an opportunity to do the right thing.
Who
Even
says
now, as you toil with your demonic trophies, you can still turn yourself in, and you'll be given a place in heaven.
Who says that by being what I am, I cannot earn myself this place? I am what I was made to be. Does not God shine light on all of us? Does he not guide us?
Does God's light not slay your kind?
That still does not mean that we do not answer his call, walk in his footsteps, or, well,
You
listen to
walk
his
in
words.
shadows and unhealthy company.
I am what God has made me. If he has chosen to put me on their path or them on mine, there must be a reason for it. As there is a reason that you are here, and I am here, and we are all here.
God made us mortal. A murderer unmade you.
Did God not create Cain? And was Cain not a lesson?
Will you learn from his lesson?
Will you?
I have.
Hey,
Really?
Chris,
Mm-hmm.
what's this guy's courage?
5.
God damn it!
The God that I know is merciful, is peaceful, strives for a solution other than a murder. You have created an army. The armies slay people, wound them, kill them, maim
A
them.
fellowship.
Stares down at the crossbow bolt sticking out of her chest. Pokes it a couple times.
To remove the city of those who corrupt it? Or do you mean to imply that you have not used your power upon others to manipulate them and control them to your own ends outside the interests of humanity?
I agree that I have manipulated others. Have you not done the same? As she kind of spreads her arms to kind of show all the people that are standing next to him. We all use the powers that God has given us. Just the fact that ours are different than yours does
God
not
did
mean to
not
be a
bequeath
threat.
you the power to manipulate the minds of others.
Says you.
Says I.
Who says that you know the full truth of God's wishes?
Supposedly more than yourself.
Mhm. You claim to be all-knowing?
No, I am but a simple man who follows God's wishes.
Then you cannot know all the wishes of God, nor can I. And both of us can merely guess as
You
to
possess the powers of a murderer, not that of God. Do not confuse the two.
I
I
have
mean,
not
isn't God
murdered.
kind of a sadist, anyways? Finally, tries carefully to see if she can extract this crossbow bolt without hurting herself first.
I may have lost my life, but I still have my eyes.
How many have you murdered? How many lives have you brought to an end, either by sword or by well-placed word? I think if we would both sit down and count each life that we have destroyed, you and I, that I will not come out as the victor in that battle. So, which one of us is really a monster?
You presume that you are still living.
Did you
You,
not say you were
perhaps.
dead already? As I'm pressing the enter button,
Guess.
I have one success.
This is why they call me the mother.
So, Chris, I have a question.
Okay?
This creature is human in origin, correct?
Yes.
That means he cannot resist this.
No, because he has true faith.
Yes, which helps me against my dice pools.
What are you trying to do? Because I saw
I'm
you
using
roll.
Fears of the Void.
Okay. He's gonna trigger his own true faith to counter that. Because he has, if he only had a small amount, you are correct. He has been indulging you.
Indulge me a little more, damn it.
No, because this affects the sanctity of his being and his body, and he cannot allow that. He simply gives you. He looks fairly not stern. He looks fairly flat-faced, but simply gives you a rather. He gives you the sign of benediction. Your power doesn't really seem to affect him, and he just says, "You can still walk away from this, but your maneuverings do you no credit." You can still try. But I have given my name. May I know yours? If you wish to sit down and have a chat, I would be more than happy.
You have given a title.
Would you let our people go, the ones that you've captured? You said we could negotiate.
In how you would wish to end, yes. But perhaps you and I can talk a little further, Miss
Irene,
Irene. Thank you.
you're welcome.
In you, I see something fairly rare. You must be quite young.
It is highly inappropriate to ask a lady for her age.
Very true. My apologies.
Accept it.
In you, I see a desire to make a difference. A change. I believe you to be a decent person. If I may guess why you're here, I can only presume your court put you up to this, sent you off to die.
No. We are here because, as I said, those that you have captured, their family misses them. We are looking for a way to get them back.
So young.
You must have known that was coming.
You feed me with mistruths. You may run from me, but please do not lie to me.
I am not lying.
Do not presume your kind to be. Do not state to me that your kind is composed of families. We both know this to be an untruth.
You are so wrong.
Much like many of the depraved, even among the detritus of humanity, they turn on each other, betray each other, eat each other.
No. We have families that care for each other. I have a father that I love.
In you I believe that you care, earnestly and truly. But I cannot say the same for the rest of your kind. It does not absolve you.
We may have a different way that we show our love and respect to each other. But families we have, and care and love them, we do. Each in our own way.
Bound in blood,
Right.
as it were.
Even Mina's doing the little head wobble, like, well, technically she's not wrong. Like, even I can't argue with this, and I want to. This is sappy as fuck. She's licking off the fucking crossbow bolt head because, fuck it. That's mine. Putting this in my pocket.
Would you claim that each human family is so loving and caring? Do you not have fathers that lie to their daughters? Or mothers that abandon them? Brothers that go out to war and die?
Ooh, let's never mind all the child beating. That happens.
Churches that state themselves upon children.
I am part of no church.
My point is, just because we are different in some ways, we are also the same. And we are not the root of all evil. Neither are humans.
And yet, the cities that your kind reside within decay, rot, their citizens enslaved.
I can show you many places that hold none of us, that have exactly the same thing.
And yet they breathe and live, and are inevitably more alive, and closer to the truth than those that inhabit your kind.
So this is your only accusation of us, that we do not breathe. Is that a sin? Breathing or not?
You misunderstand. You take my statements literally, rather than the symbolical truth that they're meant to possess.
And you are not open to any words but your own.
I only ask that you stop lying to me.
I have not given you a single lie.
You misinterpret my statements,
I
and
do
then
not.
engage in stating the failings and corruptions of humanity as if it somehow justifies and absolves you of your own.
It does not. But in our society, we fight just as you do, those of us who are evil.
You do not. Otherwise, you would not stand here with two sinners at your back.
Not too long ago, I fought a demon. And I would continue to fight them, as I hopefully will get a chance.
Why do you continue the way you do? I will gladly answer the same of myself if you answer to me.
Why do I continue the way that I do? I am afraid I do not fully understand your question.
You have
You
not
mean-
abandoned the self. You have not abandoned the you that once was.
No.
You have not abandoned thought and compassion.
I see them as strengths, not as weaknesses.
He smiles at this as if like he accepts this as truth.
So I would ask you again, what is required to let our people go?
Might I show you something before I explain this?
If you wish.
He'll turn around and we'll kind of part for him and we'll kind of push and shove all of you. Irene, they tend to be less hands-on with you. You're kind of able to. If any of you want to walk alongside this guy, Gufran, you literally can't get within like a foot of this guy. Yeah, you need to stand back, and the crowd just literally just pushes you along. People are like just giving you the stink eye. Some people literally are teary-eyed at you as they look at you, as if some of them pin you and others just hate you. Like as if literally this sort of hatred that causes someone to cry, this sort of anger, this sort of look you really give a murderer.
This bitch says he doesn't manipulate people well. He lying.
See my point?
He's lying as fuck.
This is true.
It's an awful shame.
They follow him willingly. And you are all murderers. He's not wrong. You're all murderers.
Is you?
Well,
Not
yeah, but they tried to
true.
murder me back. That's not very nice.
I mean, he's just defending
Two
himself.
wrongs don't make a right. God. They just make an extra dead person. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Irene has not willfully murdered anyone.
But I hear the keyword willfully
Ah.
there. Moving swiftly along, he takes you
Let me
deeper
know
into
when
town.
we're getting an opening.
They've more or less surrounded you in this point. If there was an opening, it's kind of past.
I mean, I've been looking for an opening since I magically couldn't move before an entire mob assembled around me.
I mean, he can people here. I mean, this guy can seemingly ignore like your obfuscate. He just kind of looks up as he kind of walks along. Everyone can make me a perception alertness roll, difficulty 8.
Is it site-based?
Yeah, site-based.
Holy crap. I have 2 successes.
So do I. I see shit.
Didn't you say?
Oh wait, no,
Base
div
of
8. Sorry, I see nothing.
3 successes.
And Irene is blissfully unaware, as is expected of her. No one is surprised.
So yeah, Gufran and Mina, you see the sort of shadow of Mustafa kind of tailing you in this mob, But the martyr also seems to have noticed him.
He does seem to have noticed him.
Apparently.
Yes.
He's just watching him, like, his gaze turns towards Mustafa every now and then.
I'm curious, so I'm gonna roll a thing. Fuck it.
Okay, go ahead.
It can't do me any harm, so. Let's see. Perception, empathy, diff 8.
Ooh, -2 if you're using Auspex.
Yes. Ooh, diff 6. I forget that's a thing.
It's a thing. It is a house rule.
I love it.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Where is everything? There we go. I see lots. I see subtle shifts.
His aura is very, very bright, and he has a halo
Ew. Gross.
that, yeah, surrounds his forehead.
Gross.
It is, yeah, it's quite unsettling to look at.
Is there even color, or is it just like, oh?
It's bright gold. His entire body is gold. Like his
Gross.
aura is just is very bright gold. Hint of pink. There is no hate. When he looks at Irene, you notice that his colors become slightly mottled, which indicates a degree of confusion.
There is doubt.
Curiosity.
I find it funny how he calls me an infernalist, and yet I haven't been the one who made deal with demons, Toreador.
Man, the straight sass to the chat. He takes you deeper into town, and what he does, he leads you into the local chapel. This chapel looks incredibly simple. What's interesting is what's inside. It doesn't have stained glass windows. Like, it looks completely normal. It could not look more basic and like simple. But what's inside is the interesting part, because there are no pews. There is a small podium where someone can speak, a book, not the Bible. But what's interesting are the walls. The walls are lined with flowers. Just flowers and small notes kind of wrapped around each one. If you go to examine them, there is a name attached to every flower. Sometimes there are candles. In fact, there's candles, right? It's basically basically the entire chapel is basically it's literally a site of it's basically to memorialize the departed. And there are hundreds, thousands of names.
Irene, upon entering, will make like a sign of a cross, forehead, belly, shoulder thing. Because, yeah, that's a respectful thing to do when you enter like a church or something, or a chapel.
Every name here every flower, every candle, all represent victim. Everyone here with me now. I did not go to them. I'm very lucky that they found me at all. All of them have lost someone. Maybe they were enslaved. Maybe they were the child that was meant to be and was not, was instead meant to be disposed of as a liability. I only came here a year ago. We only started putting the names down 9 months ago. It's a lot of dead people.
Yeah.
Lena leans over. Can you imagine how many flowers we'd have in the city if we had one for everyone the plague killed?
That's actually, yeah, it does kind of come to mind real quick. That is a very high. It's probable that because of the amount of names here, some of these people died before they started putting the names down. You think these names have probably accumulated over a few years rather than a few months. But that is still a very high death toll.
Not really, considering what is usually fought in Holy Crusades. No.
Yeah.
Crusades ended a year ago.
Yeah.
It's not the victims of the Crusades that are put up here.
I mean, you could be lying. You could be lying.
Irene does look legitimately sad when she sees all this, if that is like the explanation that comes with it. I agree, it's a lot of lives that have been lost. And I think none of us can truly understand the grief of those who are left behind. The thing is though, yes, we kill, though we do not, all of us try not to make a habit out of this. As far as I know.
A habit? Someone speaks up in the crowd. A habit?
I said we
They
try
have
not
names!
to. Yes.
My brother's dead because of you!
That seems awfully personal.
It does. And my headset is beeping, so give me a moment. Yeah, no, it's not beeping. I'm sorry for your loss.
I found his husk in an alleyway. Because one of your kind was having a bad day. So they ate him.
How long ago?
She just... A few months.
What was his name?
Jeremiah. I'll never forgive any of you.
Did Chris suddenly get super fucking quiet? For
He
anyone
did.
else?
I could barely
Okay,
hear him.
I can
Okay.
literally not hear what you're
He
saying.
literally says, I'll never forgive any of you. So she kind of
That's super godly.
walks up as if she's gonna like she kind of walks up to him and seems to debate physical contact, but the motto gets between you.
If he would have been killed in a bar fight or during a war, would you not have forgiven any of them either?
Do not shift the subject, she is in mourning.
I understand, and I'm trying to understand her.
He looks disappointed in you, as if you're not getting something. Good for Amina, he looks fairly like it. I don't think he doesn't really seem to register much from you two. But in Irene, there's something that actually really disappoints him. This is visible in his aura, Mina.
Oh, I'm watching. Still watching. I don't have anything better to do. This is my TV now.
There is less
Very colorful
confusion,
soap opera.
more disappointment. I guess it'd be matched with be silver. No, it'd be grey. It's almost depressing. It's probably the best match for disappointed here.
Mm-hmm.
The kind of gold sheen in his aura becomes a bit damper. You can kind of detect the grey there. Your kind will always be free of the law, always be free of human justice.
Irene will actually walk a couple of steps closer.
This is not a human war. This is not a bar fight.
No. It's not.
Murder's murder, isn't it? Head tilt.
My lady,
he just looks at Mina as if like, what?
My lady, could you tell me where this happened? Was it in Odessa? What district was it in?
No, why should I tell you anything?
Because I am wondering if there is anything we can do.
You can't. She storms off, like, into the mob again. Like, the mob is actually strangely silent all of this. Like, they're just kind of observing, like, there is, like, emotional that registers on their faces. They kind of hear you two talk and barter and stuff, and this back and forth, but they don't say anything. They're not just an angry mob. They're not just acting on impulse. They have their weapons out, but they don't point them at you. They don't launch them at you. They're all fairly calm. Some of them look pained upon hearing you and this woman go back and forth.
I cannot imagine what it must be like to lose a brother. And I can only say I'm sorry. I know that is not enough.
Gufron and Mina do anything during this?
No. Gopher has a slight suspicion that anything he says will just be like, rawr! So he's keeping his mouth zipped.
A wise man indeed.
Yes.
I cannot take away any of your losses. You are all here because you have lost someone. If there is a way I could help out, please let me know. I cannot promise anything, but I can try.
This gives the mod a cause. May I have a private moment with you, Lady Irene?
Only if you promise that those who are here will not be harmed during this.
They will not be harmed during these talks. I give you my word.
All right.
He'll guide you into like the little what's the word name for it called? There's like a room in like churches and stuff where
The confession chamber?
no.
Apt.
No, not that. Like books. I can't remember what it was called. Not a library, don't call it that. It's like a title.
Library.
Basically like a little storage area combined as like a office desk.
I'm shoved into the broom closet.
It's not a broom closet, god no. That's a different room. No, it's like where a lot of the books are kept and like where normally like the priesthood write.
Yeah, I know
make
which
new
room
Bibles.
I know which room you mean, I think, but I would not know what it's called in Dutch, let alone
Yeah, it's
in
frustrating.
English.
But you join him in that room. There is a single candle lighting the room. I apologize for the young woman back there. You must understand, she has lost someone very close to her, and wounds take a great deal of time to heal, if at all.
When I was very little, I lost my mother.
I'm sorry.
We know something of grief. It is not alien to us. But it is true what I said. There is nothing any of us can do to bring back those who are gone.
No. But you understand that they should have never been taken away to begin with.
In a perfect world, none of us should die. We were in Eden. And you, I think, full well realize that we are not all evil. Neither are
Irene, Lady Irene, I do not hate you. I do not hate your comrades. I do not hate any of your kind. What I hate is your curse.
I cannot deny it being there.
And you, I see, fight against it every moment of your life.
I think that even though we are cursed, that does not make us evil or bad. We can all strive to do what God wants us to do. And I still believe that God has placed me and the others on this path for a reason.
God does not lead us to damnation.
God works in mysterious ways, and again, I do not claim to know all his ways.
But he does not lead us to damnation, and that is what the curse represents. By its very nature.
Does God not forgive?
Hell would not exist for those that are forgiven. But I do not wish to see your spark snuffed so cruelly.
What do you wish?
I wish to see a world free of this curse. That, perhaps, humanity might decide its own fate, good or ill. We both understand that the curse is not the only source of corruption that exists within the world. There are many. And humanity is all too often a part of them.
Indeed. I believe if we wished, we could find common ground on many things, and could even fight side by side to stop an illness or demonic influence in our world. There are many ways, as you said, that evil lurks. She kind of grins as she finishes her sentence. In the shadows.
If only I were to have the cure.
I beg your pardon?
If only I were to have the cure.
Mm.
Like in reference to what you said about the curse being a disease.
That was not necessarily what she meant, but hey, that's fine.
What did she mean? Because he does have the ability to literally perceive the intentions of your words.
Oh, okay. She was talking about like general illnesses, like the plague that's raging now. Like if we could fight them side by side. To be fair, she is leading up to exactly that point that they could fight together to because that was going to be literally my next sentence. Like maybe we can even find a way to get this curse, as you call it, away from the world. Maybe by fighting side by side, we would manage to lift it. I do not know. You did perceive correctly that I am very young. But there are those who are older and wiser than I am, who also follow the roads that I follow.
You can see Zora's door, Mina. You can see it through the wall.
What happened?
You can see his eyes. I noticed you wanted to see if you could see his aura through the wall.
Oh, hot shit.
You can. It's a bit harder to perceive through the wall, but you can see it.
She's got nothing better to do. She's just staring real good, looking for
Yep.
something worth poking.
I mean, there are plenty of people to poke around you who are just giving you the stink eye. I assume none of you interact with your environment at all?
I mean, as fun as it is to create torch-wielding mobs, this doesn't seem like a time that would be beneficial to me personally.
Ah, come on.
Which is
It's
really what
convenient
matters
way.
the most.
It's as fun as it is to see torch wielding mobs. It's not fun to set that torch wielding mob on yourself.
You know, I don't see how it would benefit me at all to get torched and pitchforked. So,
I mean, best fledgling would die, which would make you best fledgling in turn. So this, I mean, surely, like, I mean, it's a win-win, really.
Wow.
what, sir?
Um,
You lost your goddamn mind.
He's being mean. Bully.
Best fledgling. I mean, once you're dead, you're not best fledgling anymore. So that seems kind of self-defeating.
yeah, exactly. You can be best fledgling. All you have to do is live. Back to Irene and the so-called mother. She'll offer you. She will offer you a pretty standard-looking crucifix.
She'll take it.
When you are confronted with the face of evil, merely brandish this symbol, and we will find you. I give you my word. You will be the last vampire I kill in this world. But understand, this is only a temporary truce, and it shall not stop me from hunting others of your kind. The curse must end, one way or another. Be not afraid of death, all things end.
What about those of my kind who currently enjoy your hospitality?
I will allow you to take one. You will also have to choose between the ones you brought here this evening. Unlike yourself, they have abandoned any pretense of force, compassion, or faith. One has sunk even further than you would know.
You're asking me to choose those who will walk away from this place. I cannot. It is unfair of you to ask this.
You have no right to ask that we preserve your own kind at our expense. Humanity has a right to defend itself from your predations.
Yes, but they followed, and I followed you in trust and faith.
I have not broken my word. If I wished to have destroyed you instantaneously, I would have done so. I can still do so.
Fine. You want me to pick one who stays here?
Now you get Dosey, you get to pick the one that leaves. You don't get to pick the one that stays, you get to pick the one that you get to take home with you.
So you are saying that 2 can leave this place and 2 can stay?
And so,
Hmm?
it is far more than 2. Yes.
Then I will stay. Let the others go. Please.
You may take that as a moment of truth for humanity. Actually, no, you don't, because you're trying to save a bunch of horrible people.
No, I'm trying to save my friends, goddammit!
Hey,
Yeah, who are all horrible people.
I am lovely, sir.
Hey, hey.
They have. Okay, wait, but in the eyes of
Literally all
Irene,
evil at the expense of humans, so
in the
no.
eyes.
Excuse you. I have saved more humans than this guy has ever had because of the fucking plague, young
I
man.
say,
Can I
I've
point
saved a
out-
lot of people. You
Can I
meanie?
point out that in the eyes of
Right.
Irene, these people are not evil? Both Mina, both Gufran, Mustafa, none of them has done anything that she knows of that is inherently evil. She does not know that they did anything bad. In her eyes, they are good people.
Gufron maybe. Mina's a bit of a dead giveaway.
Mina has helped her to clean out the plague. Like they together have
Mina?
helped to kill rats and stuff. Like
Literally
Mina's
for money to
lovely.
preserve her food. Like that's practical. That's not humane. That's pragmatism.
I made a point of appealing to her humanity doing it, so
yeah.
I'm just so nice.
You
I just
also
want to save all
antagonized
the
her when she
people.
botched her nightmares roll, so I'm not giving you that one.
Irene doesn't know that, but hey, I don't need that one. The point is, let them go. God damn it.
I was just oh no, that's fine. I was just considering whether we count as humanity, but humanity prioritizes humans over canites. Is the ruling I'm making there. Particularly when it's sinners. If we're on humanity, it might be a bit different. Or if we're on a more kind of a road that uses conscience. Alas.
Is there any
Your
doubt
decision.
yet? God damn it.
No. That is not how that works, madam. Okay, well,
Waiting
maybe.
for Irene to say something that gives him a horrible shake in his face so that I can make it explode.
Oh God, no. Eh. But yeah, that's her offer. Let them go and I'll stay.
You know what? Is there... I'm going to turn these peepers around on this crowd. Is there any doubt out here? Any doubt?
There's plenty
Anybody?
of doubt. There's plenty of doubt, largely regarding you being here. They're kind of wondering why they haven't put you out of your misery.
That's not very nice.
I mean, you're a monster. What do you expect?
I mean, I'm not very nice, but I'm
They're
just
just
saying.
treating you how you treat others. It's perfectly natural.
Unacceptable. Only I like trash.
Golden rule. It's great.
It is the golden rule. Me.
Yeah, it's all about you. It's great. He accepts the decision. And he will get up. He will not remove your crucifix from you, however. He simply leads you out. But actually, there is one last thing. You must still choose to leave. I assume it is the ones outside. Or am I wrong?
Yes. They can leave.
He nods to you very somberly and will open the door.
Yeah, Irene will walk back in.
Mina's playing with a crossbow bolt.
As he's about to open the door, Mina, can you make me a quick... Actually, both Gufran and Mina make me a perception alertness check.
Okay. Is it side-based?
Yes.
Fabulous.
Unsuccess.
Maximum diff is 3.
It's just out of the corner of your eye. Mina, what you're wrong. Ah!
What the fuck? You know what? I
Well,
quit. I hate everything.
Mina, you see nothing.
Mina is too busy playing with this fabulous crossbow bolt she just got. This is like a memento. She's passing this down to her children.
You
Oh,
see
wait.
everyone is full of colors.
I have a success.
It's
Yay!
a positive rainbow of hatred for you. Yeah, it should be noted, while apparently Vermada seemingly has no hatred in his heart for you whatsoever, everyone else in the room, pretty much everyone wants you dead.
Hot.
Take a bag then. But Gufran, you think you see Mustafa lining up a shot?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
No, that
No.
is not good.
It is
No.
That is the opposite of good. You want to know why that is not good? Because
Why
that
it's-
martyr is the only person who is the reason why this mob is not descending upon us like rabid animals.
Oh, wait. Quick question. Is there a color indication or something for ghouls?
For ghouls?
Yeah, pale blotches.
Yeah,
How
pale
many of these
blotches.
motherfuckers have pale blotches?
The woman who complained at Irene was definitely a ghoul.
All right. I've been surrounded by this ever so engaging mob.
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
Like ratio wise, how many
Those
compared to the...
three, this woman, this individual.
He
Probably
looks sleazy.
he's one of the fairly wealthy looking individuals.
Still looks sleazy.
And that's about it. Everyone else is human. There's about literally like half a dozen people.
I am going to decide artistically that she's probably had a chance to murmur to Gufron or something.
Yeah,
Just-
you can do that. That's fine.
Just to keep him in the loop on how many are and are not.
Actually, do you try and whisper it to him? You are surrounded by a mob, so there are going to be eyes on you.
You like they expect any better from me, really?
Exactly. If you get near Gufron, they're like, and you look like you're going to whisper something, they're like the back of the line bitch sort of thing.
I mean, they can be sus at me all they want. They already hate me.
Yeah, they'll
jumped me
just
so
they'll just
far.
they'll just push you away from Gufron. They'll keep you separated because
I
it's like
have this.
literally riot control.
I thought we literally were like surrounded together.
Oh yeah. No, it's just if you look like you're gonna walk up to Gufron and whisper something to him.
I mean, I've been standing next to him this whole time.
Oh, in
Are
which
they
case
really
you're
going
fine,
to rip
yeah.
us apart before I like lean down and whisper something
Oh
to
yeah,
him?
sorry, I'm misunderstanding. Yeah, no, in which case you're fine.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were like because it's kind of like a small little circle. Like you can walk a few steps away from Gufron.
Oh.
Like they don't have you like penned in super hard.
Oh, okay. No, I mean, I imagine she's sauntered around some, but at some
you're
point,
able
while
to
she's
saunter a little
casually
bit.
standing by him, she'll lean down, murmur something to him, and then just go back to standing and looking around, looking bored as fuck, playing with this crossbow bolt.
If you could if a mob could perform synchronized squinting, they could.
I mean, they probably do. If someone gets really close, I'm gonna tickle them with the other end of the crossbow bolt.
But yeah, Gufron, you're aware of who the ghouls are. You also notice this person here. Just something to note.
Does he look like a douche? Important
No.
question. Oh, well, hot damn. Does anyone else have anything really wonky on him, aura-wise?
No, not really. A few people show sparks of the same thing that the martyr has, but it's not even remotely close to the same level. It's still developing. Is like the closest you could put it. You don't really have a good idea of what he possesses. Like he's very pious. That sort of that sort of mentality seems to be within some individuals, very few, like literally one or two people, but it's not there. Like it hasn't.
As much as I would like
yet.
to stab the shiny out of them, sadly, I am not in a position to do that.
Yeah,
So
you
I'll
do
just have
feel
to-
like a small, like it's kind of almost like you have a cold around these people. Like your nose isn't snotty, but you don't feel like it's just something weird that's off-putting about them. It's like it's almost like I guess a mechanical equivalent is it's like a werewolf has rage, a human is unsettled by them. That's kind of like how you view them. Like it's as if they were to have a point in rage. You just don't feel comfortable around them. And the martyr positively just makes you feel fairly like ill, like you just don't like being around him. He doesn't make you feel good at all. And Gufran, you feel horrible around him.
So back on topic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Gufran's about to shoot some of these assholes.
Huh?
Gufron's about to shoot some of these assholes.
You mean what's it?
Mufasa. Yeah.
Mustafa, yeah, sorry.
Mustafa.
No,
yeah.
he will now be called Mufasa forever.
Mustafa. Yeah, I can't. I mispronounced that horribly.
Okay. So yes. So now I have.
It might be a little bit racist. Sorry, guys.
So now I have a wonderful decision. Either I can throw myself in front of the dude.
That's a red check.
No. Because listen here, right? If this guy dies, if this guy gets shot right here and now, the mob is going to attack us.
You don't know that. It might attack him.
There is no way this mob that has been eyeballing us for like however long they've been in that room is not going to take the opportunity to jump on us.
Yeah. We're going to be attacked as soon as something happens to the martyr. We're going to be attacked.
Do you think we would throw ourselves in front of anything if it wasn't beneficial to us? Person.
I mean, that's why I'm saying red checks, like just to make sure that you aren't actually considering it.
I do not know what
or I can throw myself in front of the crossbow and risk and make a gamble, basically.
Oh, I mean, if you want to do it, here's your chance.
Flip a coin. Think hard. Ooh. Hold on, Max. I'm gonna message you. Oh, who's your third option?
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Do the chaos. Yes. Make these self-righteous fucks pay for ruining your good time.
Oh, wait.
You know it's the ethically correct thing to do. To be honest,
no.
your road's philosophy kind of is.
They're not going to buy that stupid excuse game. You terrible devil on my shoulder.
I love this road.
No, actually, no. Okay, so I'm gonna let it happen. And in the meantime, I'm gonna spend a blood point into my strength. Yeah, girlfriend's gonna let it happen.
Oh dear.
I've already said I'm gonna let it happen, Katie. I feel that doing that would be retroactive statements now at this point.
Yeah. The guy gets shot.
Oh
Yep.
no. Wait, whoa. Wait, hold on. What, who? How? Like, is this happening right as, because in
Yeah, it's
all
happening
honesty,
as you exit.
no, but you let Irene walk out first, so I should at least get like at least
No
a
way.
little.
This is literally happening as you walk out. Like it's not. It's something you're not. It's going to happen as you walk out. You're not going to be able to perceive it and react to it in time. That's why you didn't get the role, because you're literally inside and exiting as this happens.
God damn it.
You're also looking at the window from an angle from the position of the room. Like you're looking at it from an angle you'd literally have to see through the wall to see where Mustafa is.
God damn it, Mufasa.
Oh, it's Mustafa.
No.
Yes. Anyway, he does the thing. He hits them for a fair amount. They have armor piercing, so they get no armor help from this. Only does 2 lethal to them, so ow! The guy gets shot.
We are going to die.
And the
How's our
window
crossbow?
shatter. Yeah, because he literally shoots the bolt through the window.
Oh.
So the glass shatters as Mustafa fires a bolt through the window, reloads it, preternatural speed, is ready to fire again.
Irene is gonna do the only logical thing she can do. God damn it.
What's she gonna do? Because everyone has a chance to react before you roll initiative.
Cool. She's gonna push this guy back into the room and close the door.
Roll strength brawl.
What brawl? But can I put a blood in strength?
Yeah, sure. Or potence.
Oh wow, yeah, I have potence. I always forget that Irene has potence. God damn it.
Oh yeah, when you touch him, please roll courage. But you can
Fine.
You can make the roll.
Which roll do you want?
I'm just gonna roll his strength roll first. Just, oh my god!
Damn.
He doesn't want to go back in the
Jesus
corner.
Christ. Yeah, of course he's going back in the
Oh my
corner. God
God.
damn it, gotta defend this guy.
No,
He's
we
gonna
don't.
die.
You
Yeah, we
don't
do.
have to defend this
Deus
guy.
Volt! Deus Volt! Deus
I don't know, you know, before you went and stepped in and tried to ruin it, I was thinking a good ship.
Oh
would do
my
a lot of good.
god, that is fucking amazing. Roll your strength. Roll, baby.
Okay. I will put a blood point in strength, and can I spend blood for potence as well?
Yeah, you can spend 2 blood points a turn, so.
Okay. Then I will, yeah. So I will roll my complete strength brawl.
Oh my god.
That's 3 successes.
You try and push him back.
At least she's gonna do it. Can I at least say that I'm doing it in a way that I'm also blocking from any more arrows going into this guy's
Yeah, sure.
body?
But,
Okay.
but you like attempt to push him back, and
Oh wait, I
he
needed to roll
actually
courage.
stops you.
Fair. I mean, Irene never even pretends that she's strong.
No, but you are invoking potence. That's not
Yeah, I
something
mean,
that's just overlooked.
no, completely not.
And that's
I mean,
human strength.
Irene looks shocked anyway, because she had not expected like an arrow to come from any kind of corner, really.
Yeah, I'll please take an ag as you kind of push him, as your hands burn upon touching him, and
Okay. I rolled my courage. I rolled my courage.
It's difficulty 7 for being burned.
I am completely fine. I rolled my courage. Nothing will budge me. I am amazing. With 2 10s, I can say that Irene is one courageous motherfucker.
And just because I haven't said it in 5 minutes, is there doubt yet?
So, an arrow flies through the window, strikes one of the common folk of the mob. Force, should I say? And Irene begins to wrestle with Armada.
Wait, it strikes them or strikes him?
It doesn't strike him, it strikes. No, Irene is wrestling with Armada. The arrow strikes one of the members of the mob.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously, I thought it struck him. Else I wouldn't push him back into the door. Jesus, ST, do your work right.
I do work right. They flagrantly misinterpreting what I was saying.
We all thought that
we literally all thought that he was going to shoot the martyr because it was
blame-
as he was coming out the door.
Yeah, I blame all. You can't line up a shot. It's like as a guy opens a door. I'm just saying.
You
Then I
can
would
if
not
it
have
opens
pushed it
the
back
other
in.
way and you're watching the fucking door.
As an ST, I invoke my right to blame all of you.
Fuck you. No, but then I would not have
very clear.
tried to push him even.
Okay, well, it strikes one of the members of the mob. Irene, what do you do? Are you going to push this guy still, or are you not?
No.
Okay, you don't take the ag. You may all react briefly as the mob just kind of becomes alert.
Does the mob start churning and moving?
Yes.
Can I catch a break in the mob and a window? That'd be cool.
Because the mob is moving, yes, there is an opening. You have to get past people. You may roll me Dex Athletics if you want to make a bolt for it.
I do, in fact.
I'm going to spend a blood point to Dex.
For every 1 you get on the roll, will count as 1 point of lethal damage if someone manages to nick you on the way out.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So for every success, I take damage?
No, every one, every botch.
Oh, every one.
Every one.
Okay.
Because you're going through like a crowd of people who are armed. Like they're more dispersed now because they're moving, but that's because they're kind of reacting on impulse. But that doesn't. It's still like 3 dozen people all armed with lethal weapons who actually seem to know what they're doing, unlike everyone else you've encountered.
A moment ago, it was half a dozen people. What is the
No,
shit?
no. That was the ghouls.
They're magically multiplying.
That was the ghouls.
That's a
We're
half a
in
dozen
dozens of
ghouls
what
in the
the-
giant mob.
Yeah. That one's on you, buddy.
Okay. I have
Yeah,
one
you got-
success and 1-1, so I will roll my soak.
Yeah, you may soak it normally.
I will spend 1 blood into Dex. Standard diff.
I soak it.
You soak it like a bath. It's standard diff. Wow.
Peace, motherfuckers.
Yeah, you get out. You literally, as soon as that opening, you've been looking for an opening this entire time. As soon as it opens up, you immediately run, slide past the guy who tries to decapitate you with an axe, jump through the window and begin climbing up one of the walls, and then begin rooftop jumping. You get a pretty hefty head start. Gufran, you're not as lucky. You take a hit, but your undead state enables you to soak the damage, although it does, you do get a pretty nasty mark as someone literally stabs you. But you keep moving. But Mina's already like halfway into the distance by the time you're out of the building. The martyr simply sighs and doesn't seem to direct the mob at all, as the mob kind of splits off into 3 groups.
Chris,
Mm-hmm.
the person who's been shot, can Irene see that
Yeah.
person?
Yeah, that guy's like, it was the guy that followed you. He's kind of taken a really fucking nasty hit. Top left corner.
Okay.
Not for me. It's
Top
probably
left corner?
Yeah,
Okay, I was about to say, there is no top left corner.
It's top right for you.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting. It's really annoying when I see it on my screen like that. Yeah, top right corner. That's the guy. He seems partially wounded. He took a really nasty hit. Fortunately, it hit a non-vital area, so it doesn't look like it's going to kill him. But he is it did knock him to the ground. The force was completely unexpected. It probably broke one of the bones in his shoulder, or at least fractured it. And so toppling to the ground and rifling on the ground. He's trying to regain his sense of he's trying to put on a strong face and try and withstand the pain. He's not again, it's not he's not just a panicked common man. He seems to at least be trying as a hint of discipline. What do? We were on initiative because you're all trying to flee. Apart from Irene, I don't know what Irene's doing.
I don't know either.
Well,
I mean, honestly, she did not see this coming. She did not expect this to come. She had a plan, and that plan suddenly went haywire. It is perfectly fine with her to be a little surprised and not doing anything this round.
The martyr is very surprised by this and runs over to his fallen comrade, who he'll attempt to help, but not before he himself is shot.
God damn it. Okay, now is the martyr shot?
Martyr shot now.
God damn it!
Yes! Excellent.
And I'm actually just going to say, if that many successes, he's shot dead.
What? No.
Yes. I'm not even going to roll damage. We're going to roleplay this. You literally see him as he runs over to this man to help him. To give him some sort of assistance, to get him up on his feet. Mustafa lines up another shot before the mob can reach him because he's on a rooftop. And he takes another shot. And
you're saying I can see this?
Yeah.
Because I would jump in front of that shot.
Okay, roll Dex Athletics. You needed at least 5 successes.
Fine. 5. Fucking hell. Well, at least I can take away maybe some of the damage, because fuck that shit. Dex athletics. I'll put a blood point in Dex again, which is Dex 5 minus 1, 4, 6. Can I spend a willpower on this?
Yeah, sure. This is absolutely a moment of truth for humanity, by the way.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom!
Oh, you fucking do it! Okay, I'm gonna roll.
I don't
roll the
care
damage
if I
here.
die. This is amazing.
Take
my
4
God.
lethal.
Fine.
As Mustafa is kind of taken off guard by the fact that you saved this man's life.
I do have armor.
You may roll your. Oh, this is armor piercing.
Oh, okay. Then I will roll only my
Armor
stamina.
piercing 2, so you get to keep 1 armor point.
Yay! My stamina plus 1. 2.
Ow!
I take 2 lethal.
Yeah, that almost staked you.
Ow.
But you're still there. You're still alive. And
Yeah,
the model will
I am
immediately
bad.
drag you both. Begin dragging you both off to safety, out of the range. He basically drags you to the wall where the shadowed window is, so you can get out of a range of fire. His mind kind of switches from sentimentality to utter shock, and then kind of almost instinct as he realizes you actually took a shot for him.
Yeah, you're goddamn grateful.
He is. He dragged you out of
Good.
range. And I think with Mina and Gufran escaping, and Mustafa at that point having his single opportunity to end this threat ruined, we'll end the scene right there. I'm going to end the scene right there. We will leave Irene in this town.
Fucking cliffhanger point.
And we will leave Gufran and Mina in flight as they remount their horses, race to their horses, and escape the city, the town, the hamlet, the Salem that never was. Thank you for playing. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.